like your idea, Mr. Kolchak, but no pictures till we get it working right.
Certainly.
What aspect of the Reign of Terror would you like to concentrate your oeuvre on? Political ramifications? Social problems? Historical antecedents, perhaps?
Well, actually, I was thinking more about the supernatural aspects.
The supernatural aspects of the Reign of Terror? That's inane.
But original.
There was nothing spooky about the French Revolution. People lopped off the heads of thousands of aristocrats and carted them away in straw baskets, then turned the blades on themselves and killed thousands more. Just another segment of Western history.
Yeah, I know that a lot of heads were lopped off during that Reign of Terror, but were there any unearthly events resulting from that lopping off of heads? I mean, that you know of.
You're not interested in history, Mr. Kolchak. You're interested in wives' tales. Use some steel wool, Louis.
Try graphite. What about those wives' tales?
Oh, there was some nonsense about burying the executed in common graves. Well, with careless grave diggers and what have you, the heads and the bodies were often separated, sent to different locations.
Oh, you mean like what happens to luggage out of the airport?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happened to me when I flew into Chicago.
It happens all the time here. It's terrible. What happened to those headless bodies?
Oh, legend has it that headless specters, corpses, were seen wandering the streets of Paris, attempting to wreak revenge on those that had decapitated them.
Oh, what did the people of Paris do about these wandering corpses?
A program was instituted to rebury the heads with the bodies and to make sure that future burials were done with care.
And that stopped the dead from walking, right?
Legend would have us believe it did. Will you get off that platform? I'll do it myself, Louis.
Dr. Strigg.
Yes?
Try shoe polish.
Shoe polish.
Why not?
Shoe polish.
That night, at a few minutes before 10, Lila Morton's sister, Coral, who had once rode on a motorcycle with the Jokers and was now a respectable housewife, never got back to her house. However far you're going, it's not going to be far enough.
Get out of my house! Get out of here!
I will, just as soon as you tell me about Harold Sword Baker.
How do you know his name?
Oh, I know all about Harold Sword, man. Now, you tell me who killed him, how he was murdered, and who buried him.
It was an accident. It happened 19 years ago, and Harold Baker was killed. An accident.
What? An accident? You mean you Jokers decapitated Baker accidentally?
Well, not all of us Jokers. My sister and I only watched.
Oh, terrific.
Studs and Joe and Turk Pelletier set up this booby trap just to knock Swordman off his bike. Only Studs, that idiot, set his in too high.
And Baker lost his head.
Fine.
Who's Turk Pelletier?
Oh, one of the gang, my sister's boyfriend. Oh, he was one of our gang. Oh, you see, Turk was the first one who was murdered by the Headless Rider 19 years ago.
Oh, wait a minute. There was never anything about Turk Pelletier in the papers or records that I read.
We buried him secretly.
What?
Well, you see, Turk used to carry around Swordman Baker's head in a canister, sort of like a trophy. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, those were some days, all right. Listen, who figured out that they had to put together Baker's head and body in order to free his spirit?
Studs.
Studs, the bright one.
Right. Studs went to the cemetery and he found the coffin and he stuck the canister inside of the coffin and then everything was fine.
Yeah, until they dug up the old cemetery.
Right.
Yeah.
get it?
Sure, sure.
Aren't you ever at your typewriter?